Rivers people. That's what he said. He said that, the moves is making, the project is embarking on. Remember, is currently on the commissioning and flagging of projects in Rivers State. Today they were at Rumolumeni, where they commissioned the Okocha Road and Spas. I wonder what that means, and Spas. I've been trying to get the meaning of that. But anyways, they did. I'm talking to Rivers State government now. They did commission that road today. And he says all of these projects, all of these activities, talking his administration now, all of it is bringing hope to Rivers people. So now I'm speaking to Rivers people. You are Rivers people. Your neighbor is Rivers people. Every other person. Do you feel the hope he's talking about? Do you feel, it's just like when the president says his policies are yielding results, and that people are actually experiencing renewed hope. I usually would ask the question, are you feeling it? Are you seeing it? Are you experiencing it? And so I'm bringing that question your way right about now. Are you feeling the renewed hope, or rather in this case the hope that he is talking about? But quickly, let's read it as seen in our in-out bulletin. In that story, we were also told that the reason the governor made that statement was because he was visited by the members of NYCN in Rivers State. All right, quickly. So I'm going to read it now. It says, Rivers State Governor Miliary Fubara says his performance in office has brought hope to millions of Rivers people. Governor Fubara said this when he received a delegation of national officers and state chapter coordinators of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, led by the national president Sukubo Saraigwe at Government House in Port Harcourt yesterday. Now, he promised to continue to give opportunities to youths in his administration. So let's quickly take a listen to what the governor said as it relates to this very situation.
I assure you, I will not let you go. Continue to do those things that will give the youth hope in this country. I will be among group. I will continue to champion the youth is the future. Shown it in my administration, a lot of youths are involved. If the opportunity comes to give more chances to them, we will also ensure that we preach it to every other part of this country.
All right, so you had the governor there say he will focus in empowering youth in the state. Okay, so it was bringing hope once again. He also speaking, the national president, National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ambassador Sukubo Saraigwe, alleged that the immediate past administration abandoned him with a 63 million naira hotel bill after promising to host delegates for his election in 2018.
In this office, 2008, supported by Rivers State government, the election was held here in Port Harcourt. Help me reach out to our former governor of Rivers. He called him before me, agreed to sponsor and support them. His Excellency, the election was held peacefully, and I made that room. His Excellency, then Chief of Staff asked me to get all the hotel receipts for the sponsor. I went around 26 hotels, got the receipt, delegate and lodged in the hotel. And what we need to give them to take back home 50,000 per person. All agreed to 63 million.
All right, so you heard it there. But quickly, my focus is on bringing hope to Rivers people. I could be here talking and I feel like I'm doing a great job, and that's why occasionally I would take a break and ask you the question, what do you think of the show? So I'm also applying that same strategy to say, what do you think of the hope that the governor is talking about? But let's quickly now move on to the second big story. And my second big story has got to do with defection. And by the way, this will also make up our conversation, the 4 o'clock hour. Another Labour Party rep member has decided to move to the APC. He cited leadership crisis in the Labour Party as the reason why he's leaving. He also cited, his support for the president as the reason why he has joined the APC. And he said he will serve his people better if he joins the APC. However, opposition members are not having it. We'll talk about the opposition angle, the 4 o'clock hour. For now, you and I will look at it. What is happening in Nigeria? If for any reason almost all of the opposition members decide to move to the APC, the ruling party, and the crisis we're seeing in Rivers State is in even the smallest amount, the smallest percentage reflected at the National Assembly. I mean, how will that affect Nigeria as a country, where we begin to argue if the Speaker of the Reps is Speaker or the Senate is, the Senate President is the President of the Senate? We'll begin to argue all of that. Or when we begin to argue as to whether their seats should be vacant or not. But then let's say the Speaker and the President refuse to declare seats vacant. What does this say of the kind of legislature that we will be having for the next 2 years and some months or some days? 2 years and some days. What would then happen? This is the question I would like to hear from you as it relates to that one. Another Labour Party member decides to join the APC. Now 5 Labour Party members at the House of Representatives has joined the what's it called now? The ruling party. One member of the PDP, that Ibori's daughter, has joined the APC as well. So in total, 6 opposition members in the space of 1 week have left opposition parties to join the ruling party. And it brings me to the conversation. Atiku replying, what we talked about yesterday, saying God forbid, talking about Tinubu or the North not having a stake in the presidency till sometime 2031, and the southerner or the southern part of the country being in that position based on zoning. And if that be the case, in the calculation of George Akume, the current president would stay up until 2031. And, God forbid, is the reply from Atiku. But, and of course, he pointed, even the PDP pointed to what has happened in Ghana, where opposition party has not won their election, recently held election. And I'm wondering if the opposition lawmakers are moving to the ruling party in the National Assembly. Do you think that opposition do you even see opposition as robust enough to be able to shake the mango tree? Think about it. Do they have the ability to shake the mango tree? But then again, I'm also looking at it from the statement made by the leader of the Senate. They were celebrating Akpabio's 62 years, I believe, of existence. Today is supposedly his birthday. And a statement was made that the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, can go to sleep because Akpabio is Senate president. So when you listen to things like this, and then you imagine that the number of opposition lawmakers we have are not enough, but then they are not moving to the APC, my goodness. Anyways, let's move now to the third big story. And this story is a story of patriotism, right? I'm thinking in my head, Nigerians are moving in droves, in numbers. Every time you turn on Facebook, every time you turn on Instagram, every time you turn on whatever social media account you use or platform you use, you see people friends, acquaintances, neighbors, colleagues. You see they've moved in droves to other countries. We call it to the abroad, right? And although we think it is not a big deal, Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is not doing well, and which is a valid reason, of course, and so these people have a right to move to these other countries. However, when we see them putting the effort and putting the requisite skill in these countries that they have gone to, one can't help but wonder why their skills, their energy, their wisdom, intelligence, their patriotism, their zeal were not displayed in the country. Now, once again, I understand the country is bad, but there is no country that is utopian. There is no country that is, a perfect society, and so is Nigeria. Now, the reason why I'm, bringing this conversation to the fore is because the Punch newspaper has reported that 3,270 Nigerians became American citizens between 2020 and 2024 by serving in the military. Yeah, they went through the military route to be a part of the United States, or to be citizens of the United States. And this is the United States coming out with, they usually have data. And according to the data, Nigeria ranked number 4 in terms of the number of people who use the military service as a means to become a United States citizen. And I know now that this has come out in the open, more people will go through that route or attempt to go through that route, and you will see them pledge their loyalty, pledge their zeal, pledge their skills, pledge everything that they're about, to this country that they are now a member of. So what happened, and why did they not have the same desire to make it work in Nigeria? See, everybody says, America's got this and that, but America is also not a perfect society, right? And I'm not questioning whether what they've done is right or wrong. I'm questioning why we don't have the same zeal. Is it because of our leaders? But how did our leaders become, our leaders, if not for the passive nature, the passiveness of the people? How did our leaders become this, if not the reflection of corruption already in the people? Yesterday, Obasanjo, I believe he was. Obasanjo was saying that we need to fight corruption from the top to the bottom. But I was listening to Nigerian for Lagos on Facebook sometime this morning, and I saw a clip where, somebody did say that it's not from the top to the bottom, but from the bottom to the top, because corruption is eating very deep into the fabrics of our society. And I wonder, when we go to these other countries, we don't display these level of corruption that we display in although yes, sometimes it plays out, but we're very mindful of the environment we find ourselves in. So why don't we put same consciousness into making Nigeria work? And that's something I've been thinking about. But what do you think about Nigerians joining the United States military just to be citizens? 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. These are the call numbers. I've been told I call the numbers too fast, so because I want some new opinions on the show and some new voices, I'm going to take it slowly this time. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. There is 0817-923-0002. These are the call numbers. WhatsApp number 0809-030-6416. That's the WhatsApp number. Reach me and let's talk for development. Remember, this is Hard Facts. It is the bottom of the hour. I am Kaladako Rubatibo, and I can't wait to hear what you think about what we're talking about. Let's start with this caller. All right, that call was dropped. Well, let's come here. 92.3 Nigerian for your name, your location, your contribution.
Yeah, Mr. Zion from Port Harcourt. Good afternoon.
Zion, good afternoon to you.
The rep members that are defecting to other political parties. To me, there is more that meets the eye than pressured. It's not ordinary.
Why will they be pressured? Why do you think so?
There is so much about the Senate House rules that stifle rep members. A lot of them. A lot of House rules. And which they will not let you know. let us ponder for a bit. These members from the Labour Party, when they were in Labour Party, mention one that have moved emotion. Mention one that have heard his views in the assembly. In fact, there was one of those clips that came out that one was angry, was even challenging the Senate president. I am here to represent my people. I am a Nigerian. I am a senator. I don't know if you remember that video. To tell you that these guys are not just moving. They have been pushed to the wall to the extent that they feel so uncomfortable, maybe even threatened. So the only way they can survive, let's move to the ruling party. Because what we can see on ground now, if you are not in support of the president, you may not come back. They have a way to push you away. They will ask you to go to the court. They own the court. And on the other hand, you cannot declare their seat vacant. The law does not give anybody the permission. The only environment that you can declare seat vacant is only in the State House of Assembly, not in the federal.
In the federal, it does. Section 63. We read it on the show last week. It does actually. The same, just the way it is with Section 109 is the same way it is on Section 63. So it's the same thing. I read the Constitution. Zion, I would not agree with you. We read it on the show last week.
Now, on the 3,000 Nigerians pledging allegiance to America, what do you expect the citizens of a country to do? To me, I feel these ones are not patriotic. They never loved Nigeria from the beginning. Let us do the mathematics. The total amount of number they use in fighting for their visa, struggling for their visa, and they went now in America. Do the mathematics per 10 million naira. Okay, let's say 5 million over the 3,000 Nigerians. How much is that?
All right, Zion.
If they truly love this country, why did they invest that money in this country?
All right, could it be investments don't work in Nigeria? But I've got to go.
They are unpatriotic Nigerians.
Okay, unpatriotic, you say.
All
right, Zion, I've got to go.
A few of us who will build this country.
All right, sorry, Emeka from Owerri, welcome, or Elili.
Yes, my name is Emeka from Elili.
All right, welcome. I made a mistake. Go ahead, Emeka from Elili. Welcome. Straight to the point. Your time is reading.
No, my dear brother, there's a statement coming from our governor that he has been giving hope to the river people. My dear brother Kala, are you not seeing it? Huh?
What's your thought, please? I'm listening to you.
Okay. The young man is trying. He is putting a smile in face of civil servants. There is a lot of road construction. They say he's not doing anything. He has approved the minimum wage to 85,000 instead of 70. There is a lot of road commissioning now. He is trying. Even the blind can see. Even the deaf can hear that the young man is trying. My dear brother, I want to comment on the Labour Party jumping from one party to another to APC. They should take example what is happening in River State to the 27 lawmakers have lost their seats. Not tomorrow, they will now come back and say they did not defect again. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. We've got George from Buguma. George, welcome. What is on your mind?
Kalada, good about the governor giving hope and let's say more priority on the youth. Of course, you know that the governor himself is a youth. You understand? Guys, let me sing this song for you. Join the youth, join the youth. Governor Timu youth way, join the youth. All the government of SIM is a youth-friendly government. And that is why we say join the train, the moving train. As a youth, I am very happy for Sukubo Saripe for coming to fully identify that young man knows how to galvanize the youth. Some time ago, the last time I met him was in Hotel Presidential. Those days, very friendly, very giving is one of his. These are leaders that youth need to rally and cluster with, because having such a youth-friendly national youth leader coming to, you can see the kind of money we have in the state. You ask somebody, put yourself together at the end of the day. If not, I believe what he was saying. If not that order was given to him to galvanize and make sure that election, and we are going to pay. The money is there. What is 63 million compared to the River State Treasury? But because some kind of perceived political differences maybe may have played out, and you owe into the tune of 63. I think I am even using this medium to talk on the governor of the state fully identify with Sukuba Saregbe. This is a man who has been in the youth journey for so long, and he knows how to go about the youth. Pay him 63 million.
All right. Thank you very much, George. I've got to go. Thank you. Your time is up. Clinton from Bury, welcome. What is on your mind, please tell me?
Kalada, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Clinton.
I want to disagree completely with Mr. Zion that the lawmakers are defected to the APC. We have been pressured that if you don't support Mr. President, you might not come back. Then why is it that people like Senator Barry Piggy and the rest of them are still standing tall, standing firm in PDP? I think that's a big fallacy. Those, like I told you the other day, Kalada, who brought up this topic, it's all about interest. I want a place where my interests are protected as a politician. So they feel that their interests were more protected in the APC than in the Labour Party or even in the PDP. That's why they've joined forces with the APC. And also, they are also looking at the administration of Mr. President. What is he doing? They want to be part of the change agenda, renewed hope agenda of repositioning Nigeria. So I don't think that they're being pressured by any individual. They're human beings, please. Then on the issue of those people that joined the military, the U.S. military rather, my brother, the welfare of these people are paramount. We are all human beings. I believe they left this country, the choice of this country, for greener pastures. Our Nigerian military, how are they taken care of? And I'm not talking about this administration, I'm talking about the previous administration. Have they been taking care of our military personnel? So if they've seen a route where they can get greener pastures, they can become citizens of the country that would give them better care, I think they will take that route. That's what they are doing now. Finally, on the statement about people saying God forbid, God will not forbid anything because it's not the duty of the not to remain perpetual president of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. I've got Odu from Ruma Odu. Oh my, that call drop. Do call back if you can. Let's get your thoughts. But let's come here. This one says, good afternoon, Kalada. You see those reps members defecting to APC. The truth be told, especially LP, a lot of them were not vetted, and they took advantage of LP opera to gain the federal seats. Take it or leave it. We are not yet ready with the type of politics we are practicing in this country. The systematic politics in our country is terrible. Onyeka from Romodara. Onyeka, thank you. And this one says, River State Governor has given us hope to be sincere with you. And secondly, Nigerian rulers have failed us. That is why Nigerians are moving in droves to the U.S. military. But I ask, who will build Nigeria if we all leave the country? Victor from Irebe. This one says, man of the people, Governor Sim Fubara says his administration has given hope to Rivers people. I want to add that his administration has liberated the state from one-man squad. His administration has restored sanity to the state from Tangan ability at Twego. So now I'm going back to the phone lines. I've got Okwandu from Irebe. Okwandu, Obina, welcome. What's on your mind? Please tell me.
Yes. Good afternoon to you, Kalada.
Yeah,
man of the people.
Good afternoon, Okwandu. Quickly, your time starts now.
Yes, you see, on the issue of Nigerians who are joining the U.S. military, I think that even the worst human being in earth likes what ever an organized system. Even armed robbers, when they are stealing, they would like to trust one another, even in their business. So what I'm saying is that Nigerians, when you come to Nigeria, they may not be obedient to the rules and regulations of the land. It's just because the laws are not strong. Somebody can offend here in Nigeria, and before you know, he will escape and nothing will happen to him. But if you do that in the United States of America, you get caught. And the reward system, you see somebody here in Nigeria who has been working for the federal government for 35 years. At the end of the year, at the end of his 35 years, his gratuity and pensions will not be paid. So sometimes they will be looking for shortcuts and how to make it sharp, so that when they go out, even if they didn't pay them the gratuity, they will still have a means of living. So I think that on the issue of Nigerians going abroad and preferring soldiers here, is because the systems over there are working. Even Obasanjo, who is advocating for the fight of corruption from the top, when he was president of Nigeria, were you not here in Nigeria when he told us that his wife stole money that is enough to feed the millions of Nigerians in 100 of years? All these things cannot happen in America, because if you do it, the law will catch up with you. I think that is the reason why Nigerians in the U.S. are different from Nigerians in Nigeria.
All right, thank you.
And God bless
Thank you, Okwandu. I've got Ida from Nkoro. Ida, welcome. Quickly, what's on your mind?
Yeah, I greet you especially. I want to thank His Excellency, the Golden Governor of Rivers State, for his statement. Yes, Rivers will get enough hope. With Governor's team, you can see how everywhere is booming, my brother. In short period of time, look at commissioning, flagging up. My brother, this is my first time of being a governor using reverse money for reverse people. Look at 23 LJ chairmen, them young men, vibrant men. Look at the Palga Chama Iche Martins. Look at the Bubun Korenya that Tikukigan. Young men. He's a youth-friendly governor. When this man is talking, and he's a youth, I want to commend the governor. Do not listen to anybody. Use reverse money for reverse people. But every year now is very peaceful. I don't hear gunshot again. Stealing of phone, I don't hear it again. Since this governor took over, this state has been peaceful. I want to commend His Excellency. He's doing well. Thank you very much. God bless.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Ida from Nkoro. I've got Temple from Eche. Temple, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear.
The very distinguished Canada.
The very distinguished Temple, welcome.
I celebrate you with immediate alacrity.
All right, then.
When our governor, your governor, my governor, His Excellency Miliary says that his government has given hope to Rivers people, is it not obvious? Come to Eche. I think those of us who are here, who can see, who can feel, who can appreciate good things, will give you testimonies of his, good dividends of democracy. And let me tell you, sometimes people say, hope agenda. What is the renewed hope agenda? What is that thing we can think at? What is that thing we can place our hands on? That this is...
Oh, Temple, sorry about that. Do call back if you can. But let's quickly move on now and listen to Triumphant, who's calling from Bodo City. Triumphant, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Yes. Mr.
Yeah. To the point.
This is Triumphant. That the governor has millions of people. You see, one thing I even mentioned about the past governor is the grace that God gave him to this present governor that Rivers State has. The man has done a lot. What you want to mention is the bonus he gave to millions of civil servants last December. Is it promotion of workers? Is it 15,000 for the national minimum wage that was expected to be implemented? Is it prompt payment of the minimum wage? Is it humility in service? Is it what you want to mention, man, to the people? This man has performed beyond party line. You understand? So every time I think, I always say on let I forget. By God's grace, I'm into something that I go to various places. And I can tell you for free, Mr. Kala, that the name of this man, His Excellency, after the voters of Rivers State, I can assure you that, I can tell you for free. So I always also say that people will have something against this man, either through ill will or through political interest.
All right.
But if we keep these things aside, this man has done well.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Triumphant. Thank you. It's done well. But let's now go to Okrika, where we have Muriel, and let's listen to her thoughts. Muriel, welcome. Tell me, what's on your mind?
Hi, KDB, good afternoon.
Yeah, Muriel.
Well, I totally agree that those Nigerians that have gained citizenship in the U.S. are unpatriotic Nigerians.
You think so too?
Yes, and I would liken them to a child, that comes from a not so well-to-do family and travels to a relative's home, that is very rich. You see all the good things and beautiful houses, and all of a sudden you denounce your parents. In fact, you don't want to go back. Your parents are now irritate you. What happens to no one say you should not look for greener pastures? Go there, work and come back. Now that you're a citizen, what about your family, the ones who left here? You have relatives. Your parents are here. Some of them, their parents will be here. So automatically, you're no longer a child of your parents. Is that what you're telling me? You're now a citizen in the U.S. Your parents are no longer your parents, or what? Look, racism is there. It's still there in the U.S. No matter how happy they may be that they are now citizens, trust me, they will not be as free as they should be when they are in Nigeria. We know things are hard here, but what happens to going to work and go and work and bring back the dividends, bring it back from invest. Try, let's all do this country together. So I see them as very unpatriotic, and I don't envy them at all. So
all right, thank you very much, Muriel. Muriel says they are unpatriotic. Do you agree? I've got Emeka. Emeka is calling from Elenlenwo. Emeka, welcome.
My brother, according to the governor, he talk about the Rivers people group. I'm talking to you as a man that comes from Elenlenwo. Come to Elenlenwo, they are not like hope. I'm telling you. We supported him 100%. We have state-owned street lights. It's not working up to today. The only figure that's working is the one by NGDC, by Culture. So I'm talking to you. We have internal roads which seem flag off. Project now seem have stopped that project because of politics. As I'm talking to you. Where is the hope? You can't play politics with the river people. The money is river's money. Forget about politics. Go and develop river state. This stand for governance. And then one is for PDP. It's not because of one is 100% for weak. Then you abandon the project and you I'm telling the fact. The money is not for sea. It's river's money. I don't know has anywhere. So why must he stop the internal road between the one? And even the street light, second street light, is abandoned by this president administration. Is it fair? If you're talking about the minimum wage, other governors have put minimum wage before him. Even president in this state in Nigeria have put minimum wage. What they know is about minimum wage. Okay.
All right, thank you very much. From Rodmaya, welcome. What's on your mind?
Thank you, Canada. Good evening.
Yeah,
good afternoon.
All of the above, welcome.
The governor said I have given hope to Rivers people. I think to me, to an extent. But my concern is mainly who brought him into power. Because without that person, we wouldn't have gotten this kind of governor as in to be the governor of Rivers State. So as we are praising the governor for the good job he's doing, we also the governor is not doing well, we will also be cautioning the FCC minister. So concerning the defection of Labour people or Labour House of Assembly members moving to APC, is a natural thing. They see that they believe that is the only place they will find hope to go back second tenure. Because they know that when you take the newly elected governors now, and from APC governors, though is being controlled now by APC and one or two other new states. So these are reality. So for opposition, there is no vibrant person. This weekend left PDP to support the current government. I believe that no other person to speak for them. They should go and beg here
Wike has not left. Wike has not left the
Thank
PDP.
You.
But thank you very much nonetheless. Let's say it as it is. This one says the governor is doing his best, but it is not yet time to praise himself. We will shower praises on him when he industrializes this state. For now, the only angle I give him kudos is in the civil service, a side that is not different from the previous administration. Canada, trust me, before 2027, more than 80% of the opposition ruling class will defect to the ruling party. It is very shameful, the sorry situation we find ourselves in this country. We have a constitution that has been reduced to a mere document by the ruling class. If people automatically lose their seats for defection, others would have learnt lessons. The level of impunity in this country is at its all-time high. Some people condemn Dele Farotimi's book, but all he said and wrote play out right before us every day. I pity my dear country. Daniel from Ozwoba. All right, Daniel with his thoughts there. Well, let's come here. This one says, he said, I think I've read this now, right? I think I have, so I'm going to move on. Thank you, Victor from Irebe. I think I've read your message. But let's look at other messages. And this one is from John. He said, I think these 2 minutes mark for our colors need to be reviewed because waiting for complete 2 minutes of some of our colors who don't make. All right, thank you. John Peters, some people are not able to use 2 minutes. You say we should reduce it to 1 minute. John Peters is saying we should reduce it to 1 minute. I don't know if you agree, but let's come here. He said the governor commissioning and flagging up projects, his hope and developmental strive is not impacting on Ubimini community as if we are not among the Rivers State community. Is a Ken from Ubimini with that one. This one says, good afternoon. The governor said he has given hope to the youths. Which of the youths, I beg, help me and tell the governor to come and commission all the 26 roads he awarded in Elelenwo since last year. It is ready for commissioning. Calvin from Elelenwo. This one says, the biggest problem we have in Nigeria is identity. You said we don't know who is who, we don't know how many we are. How do we plan? How do we control the citizens and crime? How do we reward good deeds? If you're not appreciated in the little you do, you will not be committed to do more. Ben Cherished from Iwofe. All right, let's come here. This one says, good day, Kalada. The worst thing that can happen to anyone is when the person is deceiving him or herself. The governor's statement of bringing hope to River State is not true. What is the unemployment rate index since he came on board? Has there been any improvement? All his projects are brick and mortar, no industrialization, no employment opportunities for the youths on the street. The major issue River State has is its unemployment. If you're not tackling that area purposely, or I think purposefully, I don't know which is correct now, but you said, sorry governor, you ain't giving any hope. Frankly, with that one. This one says, corruption in Nigeria is indeed a widespread issue affecting various aspects of the country's governance. It is not just limited to civil offices and politicians, but also involves their defection to other parties for personal gain. This trend of politicians switching parties for selfish reasons is alarming, especially when they disregard the new electoral laws. Instead of prioritizing the welfare of their constituents, they focus on maintaining their power and position. This has led to a flood of cases in the judiciary system, slowing down the process of justice for ordinary citizens. The root causes of corruption in Nigeria are complex and multifaceted. Factors such as greed, tribalism, and a sense of entitlement contribute to the pervasive issue. The lack of effective governance and institutions has allowed corruption to thrive. To address this issue, it's essential to strengthen Nigeria's institutions and ensure accountability. This can be achieved through measures such as increasing transparency, enforcing anti-corruption laws, and promoting civic engagement. Ultimately, combating corruption in Nigeria requires a collective effort from citizens, civil society, and the government. By working together, Nigeria can build a more just and equitable society for all. Medic from Transomatic sounds like an AI there, but let's come here. This one says, National Assembly transfer window. I always like it when text sends me message. I don't know why. Text from Oibo has the best captions. I always say I will leave my script in the production of my show for text, because he has very wonderful ways of captioning this issue. He said, as long as Mr. Senate President and Mr. Speaker are pretending they are unaware of the law, the transfer window would be open. I do hope that if Honorable Biggs Anderson, APC Okrika and Ogubolo Federal Constituency decides to join the PDP, citing the Wala and Rivers State APC, I hope Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas would not remember Section 90 of the Constitution. Once again, I will ask that what happened to Honorable Adegunde's seat when the Supreme Court declared the seat vacant in 2015 for defecting to the ACN as at then, where so what has happened to it? You said as at then in 2011. Text from Oibo. Thank you very much for your message. This one says, I want to take a moment to sincerely commend my governor Sim for his exceptional leadership as an Ikwere man from Port Harcourt LGA. I have had the privilege of witnessing firsthand his dedication to the people and his true character as a leader. His efforts have not gone unnoticed, and I'm grateful for the progress he has made. I pray that he continues to extend his reach to other areas that are yet to benefit from his leadership, doing so in an unbiased manner. It is essential that development is equitable and accessible to all. Maxwell Ina. Maxwell, thank you. This is from Amifo Ernest. He says, Rivers State governor indeed is given hope. I can see a nobody in quote becoming heads in government. Governor now replies messages. Governor Fubara is doing important projects. I give him kudos. And then you said LP remembers planning defection should do their proper legal evaluation. He said, finally, those that can travel out of Nigeria for greener pasture can do. The country is getting economically rough, and the level of inflation is mind-boggling. I mean, and I've got to go. It's time for the business update. When I do come back, we'll talk more about the National Assembly transfer window. I think I like that. Text, please borrow me your caption. I'll use it. Thank you very much.